Welcome back. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is part 4 of the 4-part series, 4 foundational keys to meditation. These 4 things will give you everything you need to begin a successful meditation practice. Remember, it's breath work. It all begins and ends with breath. Seek the pauses, measure your breath, positioning for immaculate alignment, which allows for mind, body, soul connection coming into the present moment, proprioception for awareness of the body, and the final key, step, process, addition I would like to talk about is muscle memory. This is really discipline. There are no shortcuts. There is no greater thing than you will get out of any of these things than dogged determination. Because the reward comes through the discipline. We are rewriting pathways with this. We are taking control of our mental state and our chemistry. Because as we were talking in the breath work, the box breathing video, we learned that we get oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, among others, as we take these deep, full bellows and measure our breath. There are so many more cascades involved, especially with the addition of breath work, when you actually work the system in purging those chemicals and ions in your breath. But there's also that presence, that state of mind. So the body loves routine. You ever stay up past your bedtime, or get up too early, or eat at different hours, or miss a meal? The body looks for structure. So when you give it structure and you repeat these processes often enough, you will get results. Maybe I'll come on and add an addendum to the positioning video where we're going to talk about mudras and mantras and oms, right? But the mudras are power moves. Now that you understand what the structure is about and how it's wired and what we can do with it, we can take control in that way. But we can't get there until we begin to teach the body to trust the system. In modern culture, any country we're in now, we have a problem with speed. We expect results without putting in the work or laying a foundation. I promise you, if you continue to work this, it will work you. And this process, and in meditation, you have an opportunity to do your own shadow work. If you sit with yourself long enough, you will know yourself intimately. And what I mean by that is you allow your emotions to come forward and be seen. We can move and purge them. And this is where we learn to find out what we're made of. And you become accustomed to how your energy flows and where you do best work. There are certain environments that I do not do well in. And learning to speak to that and being clear on what works and where I thrive and giving that to myself only comes through a deep understanding of how I'm wired. And that comes through that meditation. I cannot promise you that you can cure all of these things, but I can tell you that I have rerouted insomnia, overthinking, anxiety, depression, bad habits through the discipline of meditation. I've given it enough time now. 6 years ago was when I decided that I should be feeding my third eye and coming to understand how that works even more, because this is my muscle, my tool. Like an athlete, they get to go to a coach. A singer gets a trainer. But for this, there really isn't much that we can do to have outside support. So it took me about 6 years to wind to the bottom of all these different techniques to find what worked for me. I'm not saying that's how long it will take you, but there is rewards in discipline. And we need to train the body to its responses and to listen to it and guide and direct it. And this only comes through discipline. My coach said to me, my inner child doesn't like the word discipline. I get that. But we're looking at the gift we're giving ourselves of peace of mind and really altering states often enough. Ultimately, we're changing the entire grid. As within, so without. So the final step, proprioception, muscle memory, positioning for alignment, discipline. There's no shortcuts. Some of these things will take time. The rewards, we never know what lotus flower will bloom for you. Some of you will walk away from this having clairs, psychic abilities, healers, having visions, clairaudience, clairvoyance. There's lots to explore, but it only comes through discipline. Astral travel, remote viewing, past life regression, all of that lies within the realm of meditation in working with the energy body and the third eye, telepathy, you name it. It's all there. The only thing that I have to say is don't quit. It takes a little discipline. The structure isn't hard. This is the one thing I wished I had taught my children or taught them better, was emotional intelligence. There is wisdom in the body, and it takes a little time to get past those layers to find the pearl. So even though these things sound very simplistic, there is power, there is fortitude, emotional intelligence, awareness, and so many gifts that are at the bottom of this. To take a deep dive, find me on karmaondeck.com for the remainder of the lessons. The first one is available on YouTube, Karma on Deck, so you can take week 1 right now without signing up for anything. To take the deep dive, join me on karmaondeck.com and take Meditation for the Modern Mystic. Take a deep dive with me. I talk really fast in the class. You'll be okay. Jump in. Train is leaving. It's a lot of fun. So join me. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. These are the 4 steps that it's going to take to get you going. And the only message that I have is trust yourself. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you for hanging out with me. Adonai. It will go on.